Hello everybody and welcome to today's Destiny video. So today I'm going to be showing you what kind of sniper roles you should be looking for if you're going for a PvP sniper in the current game. Now if you've got a Dark Below sniper rifle or even a vanilla sniper rifle, then odds are you've probably got a better one than any I'm about to show you. The better perks have been removed from sniper rifles completely in the House of Wolves, and that means the old ones are kind of better. However, you can still get decent ones, which will beat out any unseasoned sniper in PvP, and Trials of Osiris for that matter. So first I'm going to show you what not to buy. You certainly do not want the Crucible sniper rifle, well, the one you can buy. You don't want it, just because its impact is too low to do a 2-hit kill to the body on any target in PvP. And the headshots will still do the same damage, but apart from that, all the other stats on it are really good. Like the reload's really high, the rate of fire is super high, and the stability is reasonably high. However, having that kind of impact is just not beneficial unless you want a high impact scout rifle. Then unless just don't touch this gun. So next I'm going to show you what New Monarchy has. So New Monarchy actually has a decent sniper rifle. However, it's not the best, but it's still pretty good. I have one of my own. I actually bought one of these and re-rolled it a few times. So with this gun, because it has really high target acquisition, you want something like Hidden Hand instead of Mulligan, and you also want something like Ambush Scope, which it already has. But Ambush Scope on this kind of gun, the ones with a little arc in the barrel, it kind of obscures your vision a little bit, which is a little bit annoying. Overall, I really like the design of these sniper rifles. It's just that little bump in the barrel just makes it so annoying. But overall, the perks on this weapon as it comes out of the box are not very good. Handlaid stock's okay, and obviously ambush is alright. Lightweight's okay, and snapshot's also okay. But the actual main perks, Mulligan and Replenish, are not good for either PvP or PvE. So I'll go into perks in a bit. I just need to show you two more snipers. First, let's go to the Vanguard. Okay, so we're actually at the Vanguard now. Let's actually have a look at the sniper rifle. So it's the Amplified Geo D6. You've probably heard a few things about this gun. It is a good gun. Now, this is probably one of the ones you'd probably want to pick. Except it's not really for me, just because of that bump in the barrel again. I really dislike that bump in the barrel. It's just a personal preference. If you don't mind it, then just go for it. Who cares? It's got ambushes that comes with it. Outlaw, injection mold, and shoot to loot is a bit meh, but overall this is a decent off the shelf gun. Apart from shoot to loot, which can be changed for a way better perk. Again, which I'll go into in a minute. I'll actually start re-rolling a gun, hopefully trying to get a decent build to show you on video. But yeah, this gun's an okay gun. I've got one of my own. I'll show you all my guns after I finish showing you the Future Warcourt gun, so I'll go there now. Now, the Future Warcourt sniper rifle is actually the best you can buy off shelf. Let's have a look at it. It's the Chosen. So it has ambush to begin with. It has handlaid stock, which is a really good perk. And it also has unflinching, which is also a really good PvP perk. The only problem with this is rodeo is kind of a meh perk. Like, it's not really a great perk to have. There's just so much better you can get instead of rodeo. Almost all of the perks except rodeo are alright. But rodeo, don't get me wrong, rodeo can be helpful. It's just the actual bonus, like recoil prevention it gives is so minimal, you can hardly see the difference. I have two LDR sniper rifles. Both of them have, one of them has rodeo and one of them doesn't. And the one with rodeo, I can't tell the difference. I really can't. So I hardly ever used it and then ended up dismantling it. But yeah, this is probably your best bet of a weapon to buy from the tower to re-roll, as it has basically the same stats as a Praedyth's Revenge. If I actually compare it, the stability is low on the Chosen. However, you can increase that with ambush and handlaid stock, I think is the one it's got. Yeah, handlaid stock, which will basically make it the same as Praedyth's, or almost. The only problem with that is obviously you don't get the right magazine size. However, it's still a good gun. It's a good PvP gun. Now, if you're like me and you want something else a little bit better, then you can go with the low grade humility. The low grade humility, I'll show you it now. The low grade humility is actually a gun you can grab just from doing Crucible. You actually get it from the Crucible, it drops from the Crucible, and it's probably your best bet at getting a decent PvP gun, PvP sniper rifle should I say, in the current game. I'm going to go and re-roll it a few times just to show you some perks it can get, but before that I will tell you all of the best perks. Let me just get to the gunsmith first. Okay then, so we're at the gunsmith now, so I'm going to show you some perks that you can get for low grade humility. Now, obviously, something like triple tap isn't good for PvP, but we're going to go through the scopes first. So, in the top one, this is usually the longest range scope, and for the longest range scope, really you want the Sight C SLS-20. It's possibly the best long range scope you can get. It's better for target acquisition than the Eagle Eye, so it's probably the better one you want to go for. However, you won't be using the long range one that much, so it doesn't matter at all. Now the next one, you kind of want short gaze. Short gaze is one of the better ones you can get. If you don't get ambushed down here on the bottom one, then go for short gaze on this one. If you haven't got short gaze or ambush, you should have taxi, and that should be fine. However, instead of short gaze, if you want a mid-range one, maybe for something like First Light, the moon map on combined arms, then the long view SLR-10 is probably your best bet. It's got decent target acquisition for a long range sniper. It's probably the better bet in terms of a decent long to medium range scope for a sniper. And now the bottom one, you really want to be aiming for ambush. However, all of the scopes are personal preference. I just really like ambush because of that reload and stability bonus. On to the second row, we have triple tap on this currently. Now we don't want triple tap, we want something like hidden hand. Hidden hand is possibly the best PvP perk you can get for a sniper rifle in the current build. If you don't like hidden hand, if you don't like how much it slows down, then go for outlaw or spray and play. They're probably the second best perks you can get for the gun. However, if you don't mind the hidden hand, like slow down of a scope, it really helps you line up those headshots at long range. It's just a really, really good perk all round. For the third row, starting at the top, skip rounds is not a good perk. We want something more like snapshot or flared magwell, and then speed reload if you don't get any of those. And then for the second one down, you want something like armor piercing rounds or lightweight for PvP, and then if you don't get those, something like single point sling or high caliber rounds are good. They're good second par perks. And then at the bottom, this is the most important, this is the one you'll probably have on most of the time, is injection mold and hand laid stock. Any of those two are really good for PvP. You don't want casket mag, which is on it right now, unless you've already got a really high stability. Just because casket mag decreases your stability, and stability is incredibly important on sniper rifles. However, so is magazine size. So it's kind of up to you, personal preference again on that bottom perk. And now the last perk, which is kind of a bonus perk, you kind of want unflinching. Unflinching is probably the best perk you can get for PvP for this last one. Surplus isn't very good. It doesn't apply very well to PvP. Performance bonus, however, is actually a decent perk for PvP. Nowhere near as good as unflinching, but if you don't get unflinching, performance bonus is also a really good perk. So I'm going to go and re-roll this a few times. I'm going to do it on video so you can see me do it. And we'll see what I get. I'm just going to take fulcrum off so I don't accidentally re-roll my perfect fulcrum. Okay, so let's approach and let's do this. Okay, so we actually got quite a decent roll here. Now, I would not settle with this personally, only because I've got personal preference with taxi. However, if you are okay with taxi, it's a perfect roll. Taxi, we've got hidden hand, we've got hand laid stock, and we've got unflinching. Now, this would be a good gun in PvP, and if you got this roll, then you should keep it. Or if you've not got enough motes of light to carry on, then just keep it. This is probably one of those rolls where you just want to stay with it until you get a new low grade humility to risk rolling again. This is one to keep. this is certainly one to keep. I will keep this. I will level it up and then probably try and do a follow-up video on how well I do with it in the future. So, some things that I could have got better on this, the only things should I say, is the sight C is fine. That's the best long range scope you can get. Long view is not fine. I would have preferred the long view 10 or the short gaze. This is the long view 20, which isn't the best. And then taxi is okay. I've never got used to taxi personally, but ambush is probably what I'd have wanted there. I would have preferred short gaze here probably, just for the range on this gun. But overall, this is a really, really good roll, and if you get anything like this, then keep it. Like, seriously, just keep it. Again, hidden hand is possible. Hidden hand and unflinching are the best ones. If you only get one of these, then probably have a look at the other perks, see if you want to keep it. But if you get none of these 2 perks, then it's probably worth re-rolling again and again until you get one of these perks and one of the decent performance perks. But yeah, if you found this video helpful, then please do like, comment and subscribe, and share with your friends, all that jazz. I will be making a follow-up PvE video tomorrow, so look forward to that. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later. Goodbye, Guardians.